Hello. In 2008, a 16-year-old girl in Hong Kong went missing. The police launched an investigation, and eventually, they found traces of her at a pork stall in Kowloon. For a long time afterward, the public fell into a state of panic and fear whenever they saw ground meat. Rumors spread that the young girl, likened to the little sex worker, had been brutally murdered, dismembered, and her remains were mixed with pork to be sold at the market. Why was this young girl killed, and how did the story unfold? Let's turn back time to April 29, 2008. On April 29, 2008, a Tuesday, at the New Territories police station, a worried mother and daughter from the Wong family arrived to file a missing person report. Mrs. Wong reported that her youngest daughter, Wong Ka-mui, 16, had been missing for 3 days. At first, the family believed she might have been staying at a friend's house for fun. However, as they were unable to contact her, they decided to seek police assistance. The girl's older sister, a Ping, accompanied their mother and provided more details. On the night of April 26th, around 11 p.m., my sister and I were still talking and laughing at home. Afterward, we both went to our rooms to sleep. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But the next morning, my sister was gone. I don't know when she left the house or where she went. The family added that although Ka-mui had occasionally stayed overnight at her boyfriend's house in the past, after their breakup, she rarely stayed out. Even if she returned home late, she would always inform the family in advance. This was the first time she had gone missing for several days without any contact. After completing their report at the police station, the mother and daughter returned home. Disappearance cases like this were not uncommon, especially among teenagers of that age. The police officially recorded the incident as a missing person case and assigned it to the Missing Persons Unit of the New Territories. The missing girl, Wong Ka-mui, was originally from Chenzhou, Hunan. She was the second child in her family, with an older sister, Wong A-ping, who was 3 years older. Both sisters took their mother's surname. When Wong Ka-mui was 3 years old, her parents divorced due to irreconcilable differences. Her mother remarried a Hong Kong man in his 50s, surnamed Chan. This stepfather was described as lazy and unemployed, with Hong Kong citizenship being his only apparent advantage. Wong Ka-mui felt there was nothing about him worth her mother's devotion. In 2000, Wong Ka-mui's mother brought her older sister, Wong A-ping, to Hong Kong to settle, leaving Ka-mui behind. Some said she stayed in her hometown in Chenzhou, while others believed she was sent to live with relatives in Dongguan. Regardless, Wong Ka-mui experienced a lonely childhood. In 2005, at the age of 14, Ka-mui was finally brought to Hong Kong to reunite with her mother, sister, and the stepfather she barely knew. The family's financial situation was far from stable. Her mother made a living by collecting and selling scrap materials. When Ka-mui first arrived in Hong Kong, she was overwhelmed by the bustling and vibrant city. She was enrolled at Tai Po Sam Yuk Secondary School, where her sister Wong A-ping also studied. Ka-mui excelled academically. In Form 2, Grade 8, she won the Agate Award, given to students who achieved outstanding results in at least one of 3 subjects: mathematics, Chinese, or English. She also earned accolades in Mandarin and English speech competitions, and received the school's scholarship for 2 consecutive years. However, Wong Ka-mui's relationships with peers and teachers were strained. Her classmates viewed her as introverted, stubborn, and quiet. Outside of school, Wong Ka-mui's relationship with her stepfather was also poor. The two frequently argued. In 2007, Wong Ka-mui enrolled in a modeling course outside of school. However, due to her average appearance and figure, she rarely received any modeling offers. She lied to her family, claiming she was working as a model assistant and earning around $20,000 to $30,000 per month. However, she soon quit the job. Wong Ka-mui enjoyed dressing up, wearing makeup, and fashionable clothes. She often shared clothes and shoes with her sister. The two even enrolled in a makeup class together, attending 3 times a week. In January 2008, possibly to help ease the family's financial burden, Wong Ka-mui, who was in Form 4, Grade 10 at the time, told her family she wanted to drop out of school. Despite her mother and sister's repeated efforts to dissuade her, she insisted that continuing her studies was pointless. Eventually, Wong Ka-mui dropped out and entered the workforce. She began living a more indulgent lifestyle. frequently visiting entertainment venues and associating with various people. On occasion, she stayed out overnight without returning home. After the incident, police investigated Wong Ka-mui's home in Tai Po. She lived in a public housing estate, provided by the Hong Kong government for low-income families and new immigrants. Wong Ka-mui's family resided in Ki-wo House of the Tai Po estate. Upon searching her bedroom computer, police discovered that Wong Ka-mui had been engaging in sex work. She had registered an account on an adult forum, uploaded provocative photos, and publicly listed her service prices. In addition, she used 2 MSN accounts to communicate with clients. Records showed that on April 13th, Wong Ka-mui had posted on the forum, advertising her availability for late-night appointments. Over a week later, someone left a review rating her services. Occasionally, she also provided escort services, such as accompanying clients on shopping trips. Engaging with strangers posed significant risks, and there were no guarantees for Wong Ka-mui's safety. Based on her social connections, police believed she could be in danger. Wong Ka-mui's family was completely unaware of her involvement in sex work. Her sister, A Ping, told the police that the two were very close and often confided in each other. However, at some point, Wong Ka-mui's mood began to darken, as if she was hiding something. Gradually, A Ping noticed that her younger sister was associating with new friends outside of school, ranging in age from their 20s to 50s. Wong Ka-mui often talked on the phone with others at night and sometimes stayed out. When questioned by her family, she simply said she was dating, but never introduced her boyfriend to them. A Ping knew that Wong Ka-mui frequently used MSN to chat with people, but never imagined her sister was involved in such activities. Normally, Wong Ka-mui only visited beauty websites and occasionally went to karaoke. After investigating Wong Ka-mui's relationships, police became increasingly concerned for her safety. The case quickly gained media attention as authorities sought information from potential witnesses. On May 1st, a man named Ah Bong came to the police station, claiming he had met Wong Ka-mui before. Ah Bong, a programmer, was considered one of Wong Ka-mui's regular clients. In April 2008, Ah Bong saw Wong's profile on an adult forum and arranged to meet her on April 20th. He paid her HK $1,500 for the encounter. After that meeting, the two grew closer and frequently chatted online. A few days later, Ah Bang wanted to meet Wong Ka-mui again. He called her, and in the early hours of April 27th, they met at the Sham Shui Po MTR station. That evening, Wong Ka-mui wore a black outfit and carried a yellow handbag. They went to a nearby hotel together. Upon entering the room, Wong Ka-mui appeared exhausted. Seeing her condition, Ah Bang chose not to engage in any sexual activity. They lay on the bed, talked, and eventually fell asleep. The next morning, around 9 a.m., they left the hotel in Sham Shui Po and parted ways. This time, Ah Bang paid Wong Ka-mui $2,000 and planned to meet her again. Ah Bang reported that after that day, he could no longer reach Wong Ka-mui via MSN or phone. It wasn't until May 1st that he saw news of Wong's disappearance in the newspaper. Realizing something was wrong, he immediately contacted the police. The day Wong Ka-mui went missing was the same day she left the hotel with Ah Bang, making him the last known person to have seen her. As a result, Ah Bang naturally became a suspect in the investigation. However, after verifying his account, police confirmed Ah Bang's alibi and ruled him out as a suspect. According to Ah Bang, Wong Ka-mui confided in him that night at the hotel. She revealed that she wanted to earn money to give her mother a better life. Wong Ka-mui had been scammed by a modeling agency. Not only did she fail to make money, but she also ended up owing the agency $50,000. Wong had gradually repaid over $50,000, but on the night of April 26th, the modeling agency called again, demanding an additional $10,000 in interest by May. They threatened to expose her previous work with the company and release sensitive videos of her online. Feeling cornered, Wong Ka-mui was forced to accept more clients to repay the debt. Police speculated that after parting ways with Ah Bang, Wong Ka-mui may have met another client who could potentially be involved in her disappearance. Upon reviewing Wong Ka-mui's call history, police discovered that her last phone call was made at 1:04 p.m. on April 27th from Sham Shui Po MTR station. The call lasted 53 seconds and was made to an unregistered prepaid number. According to Wong Ka-mui's MSN chat logs, at 9:16 a.m. on April 27th, someone had arranged to meet her at Sham Shui Po station at 1 p.m. The person instructed Wong to call upon arrival, and they would meet her at the station. The phone number left by this individual matched the last number Wong Ka-mui called. Through the IP address, police traced the MSN messages to a computer in Yanfat building on Shek Kip May Street, located not far from Sham Shui Po station. On May 6th, a visibly distressed 30-year-old man named Tak came to the police station to report that Wong Ka-mui might have been murdered by his friend, Ding Kai-tai, 24. Tak and Ding Kai-tai had been friends for 10 years, having met while working at a late-night restaurant. Although they no longer worked together, they remained in contact. Tak revealed that on the night of April 26th, he and Ding Kai-tai had gone out to a bar in Tsimsha-tsui. Ding consumed both alcohol and drugs. The two stayed at the bar until 7 a.m. the next morning. On the evening of April 27th, between 9:25 p.m. and 11:25 p.m., Tak received 3 phone calls from Ding Kai-tai. During the calls, Ding confessed that he had killed a girl. Ding explained that while engaging in intercourse, the girl repeatedly expressed a desire to die. For reasons he could not understand, he strangled her to death. Afterward, he dismembered the body to dispose of it. Ding described how the victim's body contained a lot of fat, and he admitted to peeling off her face because he could not bear to look at it. Ding further confessed that he hid the victim's bones in a pig bone storage container at a local pork stall. Tak was horrified by Ding's confession, but initially dismissed it as drug-induced rambling. However, after meeting Ding a few more times, Ding assured him that it had all been a joke. Despite Ding's reassurances, Tak became increasingly disturbed. When he saw the news of Wong Ka-mui's disappearance, the details of the case matched what Ding had described. This led Tak to suspect his friend and report the incident to the police. Based on Tak's testimony, police concluded that Wong Ka-mui's disappearance was far from simple. The case was transferred to the West Kowloon Regional Crime Unit for further investigation. Upon inquiry, police confirmed that Ding Kai-tai's address matched the IP address used to send the MSN messages. That night, plainclothes officers staked out Yanfat building, where Ding resided. His apartment was in the Mao building section of the complex. At 11 p.m., Ding Kai-tai appeared in the shadows. Police immediately apprehended and escorted him to the station for questioning. During interrogation, Ding Kai-tai implicated an accomplice, a friend named Tz, who allegedly helped him dispose of the body. Police later arrested Tz. When officers searched Ding's apartment, they found traces of blood on the bathroom floor, walls, door frames, and shower curtain. Bloodstains were also discovered on the desk, chair, and carpet in his bedroom. Even a CD inside the computer's disk drive tested positive for blood. DNA results confirmed that all the blood belonged to Wong Ka-mui. The apartment was conclusively identified as the crime scene. During further questioning, Ding Kai-tai confessed to murdering Wong Ka-mui and dumping her body into the sea near Kowloon City Pier. At 8 a.m. the next day, police escorted Ding to the waterfront, where he pointed out the location where he disposed of Wong Ka-mui's body. At 3 p.m., divers conducted 2 searches of the seabed, but found nothing. At this point, Ding Kai-tai confessed that he had dismembered Wong Ka-mui's body, but only threw her head into the sea. The rest of her remains were cut into small pieces and flushed down the toilet. Some bones, Ding admitted, were taken to a pork stall at Shek Kip May Market and mixed with the pork. His confession left police stunned. Since the crime had occurred over 10 days earlier, there was a chance that some of the bones might have already been sold to customers. When the case was made public, it caused an uproar. The revelation that Ding Kai-tai had disposed of human flesh at a pork stall left local residents in a state of panic. Rumors circulated online suggesting that Wong Ka-mui had gone to Yanfat building on the day of the incident to attend a group sex party with Ding Kai-tai and several others. It was speculated that Wong, who allegedly had a habit of using drugs before such encounters, suffered a fatal overdose. To cover up her death, Ding Kai-tai and his alleged accomplice, Waitas, dismembered her body and disposed of it at sea and in the pork stall. However, after investigation, police confirmed that this rumor was false. At the time of the crime, Waitas had a solid alibi and was not involved in the case, nor did he assist Ding Kai-tai in disposing of the body. Further investigation shed light on the sequence of events. Early that morning, after leaving the bar at 7 a.m., Ding Kai-tai continued using drugs. When he returned home, he still felt euphoric and unable to sleep. In his drug-induced state, Ding contacted Wong Ka-mui. At 1 p.m. the two met, and Ding took Wong to his apartment. They both used drugs and subsequently engaged in intercourse. Around 3 p.m., Ding woke up to find Wong Ka-mui lying motionless on the bed, foaming at the mouth and cold to the touch. She was dead. Ding realized he had killed her, but could not recall the exact sequence of events. He believed he had strangled Wong for 1 to 2 minutes during their encounter. Initially, Ding panicked at the sight of Wong Ka-mui's lifeless body. However, after 5 to 10 minutes of shock, a plan to dismember and dispose of the body formed in his mind. Ding chose dismemberment, thinking it would reduce the chances of being caught. He spent several hours cutting up Wong Ka-mui's body. The process of draining her blood alone took 10 to 15 minutes. While dismembering the body, Ding realized that skinning and deboning simultaneously was difficult. This led him to peel off her skin first, much like how pigs are butchered. To prevent clogging the toilet, Ding cut the body into small pieces and flushed them in stages. When dealing with the fingers and toes, he flushed each piece individually, running water each time to ensure they washed away completely. At 10 p.m., Ding began disposing of larger bones, such as the arms, legs, and spine. To avoid detection, he deboned these parts, making them unrecognizable as human remains, and mixed them with pork at a nearby stall. Later that night, Ding placed Wong Ka-mui's head in a foam box, took a bus to Kowloon City Pier, and threw it into the sea. Aside from the head, Ding divided the remaining body parts into 2 portions and disposed of them at the pork stall on Shek Kip May Street. Before his arrest, Ding Kai-tai continued living his life as usual, eating, drinking, and socializing. During this time, he called attack several times, an action that eventually led police to him. When questioned, Ding was asked whether he had ever worked in dissection or the pork trade, or if he had taken photos of the dismemberment process. He denied all such claims. Every move Ding Kai-tai made was calculated, even the decision to dispose of the victim's head by taking a bus to Kowloon City Pier. Ding believed that taking a bus would reduce the chances of police inspections, minimizing his risk of being caught. After Ding Kai-tai's arrest, psychiatrists from Castle Peak Hospital examined him. Ding claimed that he had undergone psychiatric treatment at the age of 8, started soliciting prostitutes at 16, used drugs since late 2001, and began browsing dark websites in 2002. Some experts suggested that if Ding's statements were true, he might have experienced automatism induced by drug use. Automatism is a rare form of epilepsy characterized by involuntary, unconscious actions that occur during or after seizures, often leaving the person with no memory of their actions. However, the director of the hospital's addiction treatment center stated that no medical literature had recorded cases of drug abuse causing automatism. Ding's claim of memory loss regarding the murder was likely fabricated. As part of the dismemberment, many of Wong Ka-mui's remains were flushed down the toilet multiple times. The wastewater from the building flowed through the Stonecutters Island pumping station and several sedimentation tanks before being transferred to the Stonecutters Island sewage treatment works. The plant processes millions of cubic meters of wastewater daily from the port area and surrounding districts. After treatment, the wastewater is discharged into the sea. Given the complexity of this system, Searching for human remains in such a vast network was akin to finding a needle in a haystack. Despite the odds, reports of a foul odor near the crime scene reignited police efforts. Residents living near the area reported a stench resembling decaying rodents emanating from the drainage system near a property company and a denim store on the ground floor of Yan Fat Building. Upon receiving the reports, police collaborated with the Drainage Services Department to investigate. On May 8th, drainage workers conducted a search of nearby drains and manholes for human remains. While inspecting a section of the drainage system, workers detected an unusual sound when tapping on a pipe, suggesting the presence of a foreign object. The next evening, a breakthrough occurred. From the sludge retrieved from a manhole, more than 20 pieces of suspected human flesh were discovered. Subsequent DNA tests confirmed that the remains belonged to Wong Ka-mui. Despite extensive searches in the sea near Kowloon City Pier, Wong Ka-mui's head was never recovered. Ding Kai-tai, nicknamed Fatty Tai, was a 24-year-old Hong Kong native. Standing 1.77 meters tall and weighing 95 kilos, Ding was the second of 4 siblings. He was known as a rebellious child who frequently got into fights. At the age of 5, Ding was involved in a severe traffic accident during a family trip to mainland China. The incident left him with a traumatic brain injury and cost his mother her life. After the accident, Ding's maternal relatives blamed his father for the death. 2 years later, Ding's father remarried and the family relocated to Namshan village. Ding's stepmother and her children reportedly got along well with him. At the age of 8, Ding was diagnosed with emotional disorders after struggling with anger and academic difficulties. He was enrolled in a special needs school. By 15, Ding was sent to a correctional facility for psychological counseling after assaulting someone. He eventually dropped out in primary 6, grade 6. After leaving school, Ding worked as a delivery man for a late-night restaurant and also briefly assisted his cousin with air conditioning installation at a construction site. Drawn to the nightlife, Ding Kai-tai gradually fell into bad habits. He drank heavily, used drugs, and frequently visited prostitutes, even while in relationships. According to the owner of the late-night restaurant where Ding once worked, his monthly income exceeded $4,000. However, Ding quit after 6 months. His bleached hair and heavy-set figure earned him the nickname Fatty Tai. Ding often bragged about his encounters with prostitutes and frequently got into disputes over money. Former colleagues described him as arrogant, lazy, and someone who enjoyed leisure but avoided hard work. Ding was known to recklessly spend money and often borrowed from friends. Desperate for quick cash, Ding once borrowed $60,000 from a finance company, which he quickly squandered. Later, he took out another loan of $200,000 from the same company. Unable to repay his debts, loan sharks harassed Ding at his home, eventually forcing him to relocate to avoid them. To Tak, his close friend, Ding Kai-tai was a cunning individual, but also hot-tempered, easily irritable, and prone to swearing. In June 2007, at the age of 23, Ding Kai-tai rented a second-floor apartment in Yan Fat Building on Shek Keep Mei Street for $2,000 per month. This very apartment would later become the scene of a horrific murder. A year after the incident, in July 2009, Ding Kai-tai's trial began at the Hong Kong High Court. The defendant was charged with murder and preventing the lawful burial of a body. During the trial, Ding Kai-tai confessed to his crimes. After 6 days of proceedings, the court delivered its verdict. Ding Kai-tai was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. He was also convicted of preventing the lawful burial of a body and received an additional 5-year prison sentence. His final sentence was life imprisonment. Later that year, in November, Tak, the friend who had reported Ding's crime and helped the police solve the case, was invited to the 2009 Outstanding Citizen Award ceremony. As he accepted the award, Tak was visibly emotional. He was the only recipient who felt no joy in receiving such recognition. "My feelings are complicated," he shared. "Ding Kai-tai really killed someone. Sometimes I still can't believe it." In 2015, the film Port of Call was released, inspired by this case. The movie reignited public debate, as some questions surrounding the case remained unanswered. Was Ding Kai-tai truly unconscious when he committed the murder? If not, what was his motive for killing Wong Ka-mui? Perhaps only Ding Kai-tai knows the full truth. The murder of Wong Ka-mui left Hong Kong residents shocked and haunted. The image of a bright, ambitious young girl, full of hope for a better future, was forever frozen in that cold, dark apartment. Her tragic death serves as a stark reminder of the lurking dangers in a seemingly glamorous society. Behind the neon lights and bustling streets lie shadows that cannot be concealed. Ding Kai-tai paid for his brutal crime behind bars. But no sentence could truly alleviate the pain and loss felt by Wong Ka-mui's family. This heartbreaking story is also a plea to families to show more love, understanding, and compassion to their children. Only love can guide vulnerable young souls through life's temptations and toward a brighter future. Perhaps somewhere in heaven, Wong Ka-mui has found peace, free from the hardships she endured in her short life. Thank you for watching today's video. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.